Hello you lovely people, I'm Sarah and today I am going to show you something a bit different. This is gluten free as there is no flour in it. There is a little bit of baking powder, so I don't know if that counts for some people. Sugar free. It's like an apple sort of loaf, a chocolatey apple loaf. Really the only ingredients, apart from a bit of baking powder, apples, eggs and cocoa powder. Now of course there's no sugar in that, so the sweetness has to come from the apples. I got some, I can't tell you what kind of apples they are. I think they're Pink Lady. They were the sweetest kind I could find at my local Fresh Choice. So you want some really sweet apples. I have been told this also works with pears. So if you've got some really nice sweet pears, but yeah, as I say, any sweetness comes from the fruit. You will need 4 large apples. It also gets mixed up in the blender. We'll see how my blender goes. Often this one's only good for liquids. So I may have to ditch this and incorporate my stick blender, but we'll just see. Fingers crossed it might work. These are getting diced up and put in the blender. The original recipe both cored and peeled the apples. I'm not going to peel them because I've got no problem with apple skin. But don't throw the skin out if you're going to do it. You know, you could maybe use it to make some more muffins or something. You know, don't throw skins out. They're so good for you. What I'm going to do, because my blender is not that great, I'm actually just going to give it a quick whiz after the addition of each apple. No, I'm not mucking about anymore. I'm just going to chuck these in here. Go straight for the stick blender. This thing just doesn't like it. It only likes liquid. Alright, Old Faithful stick blender's coming in. As I say, if you've got a decent blender, then you can pulverise it in that even better. Takes me back to my days of making baby food. Now we're going to put in 4 eggs, which is not an insubstantial amount of eggs, because they're not cheap. I believe you can still get packs of eggs for a dozen at the warehouse for about $6, so it equates to about 50 cents per egg, unless you've got your own chickens, but you know, this time of year they tend to be going off the lay a bit. Right, give those a whiz up. Right, now into this witch's brew, which is what it's feeling a bit like, I'm going to add 5 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I just use the good old Pam's cocoa powder, reasonably cheapish. And lastly, just 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I'll be honest, I'm so tempted to just add a bit of sugar. I'm gonna have to look this. That's not bad. Now we're going to bake this at 180 degrees for about 45 minutes and then taste test time. It tastes like apple and chocolate. I don't know how to better describe that. I did neglect to preheat the oven and I did give it an extra 10 minutes because I thought it wasn't quite cooked properly. It's very moist, it's almost slightly moussey-ish in texture. It'd be nice with a bit of ice cream or a bit of yogurt or something like that. It's not quite, I'm not sure I'd put it in a lunchbox. I'm not sure it would hold together that well. I mean, oh yeah. If you're looking for a gluten-free, sugar-free type, pudding type thing, it's good. It turned out better than I thought. I thought it would be really super bitter, but it's not. The flavour of those apples is absolutely first and foremost what you can taste. So like Essence trying it with a bit of yogurt.
That is actually really good with yogurt.
Being a very generous taste tester. I like it. Oh yeah, that works. Bit of Greek yogurt with it. Come on. Leave me a comment down below, especially if you do try this. And we will catch you next week. Bye.